most countries have a lot of fear of the inclusion of indigenous people's rights and traditional knowledge. As I live in the bush, I'm not a technician. I see things firsthand that are changing rapidly around us. Right now back home in the Northwest Territories, it's very unusually warm. And in my language, we don't have a word to say climate change. We say etumodi, strange happenings, strange events. And the plan is very simple, that we protect the earth, Mother Earth, to the fullest. Water that sustains us in this world. In events of forest fires, floods, there is no preparation. So because of our indigenous knowledge, we can be instrumental in helping governments of how to deal with climate change, because we are closest to the land. We are closest to living on Mother Earth. I speak very strongly about protecting Mother Earth, and particularly the water. There are industries that just strictly want to do business. We got to move the oil, we got to dig the bitumen out of the ground and put it in transport. One, we don't need the oil. We're flooded with oil in the world. It's not needed. Site C, for example, electricity on the Peace River, that's not needed. We can go to ways of green energy, wind turbines, solar energy. There are so many ways of how to transform energy other than fossil fuel. In the world of fossil fuel industrial people that have the strongest lobbying group in the world, and that's an uphill battle for people that want to protect the earth. If they can't listen to the First Nations or the indigenous people, they should listen to their scientists. It's a crisis. We're in a crisis. And Mother Earth is suffering. And when Mother Earth suffers, we suffer. It's their territory, it's their way of life. They are asserting their identity, their culture, their sovereignty. They're not activists. It's just like, I live on the land. I live in the bush. I go on the land when I want to. No one stops me. So for those people that are, for First Nations that are protecting their territory in their best way that they know how, then that's the way it has to. That's the way I see that they're doing the best way that they know how. And we can't call them activists. We lived like that for centuries. That's a colonial form of dealing with indigenous people that goes right back from when they first arrived here. We need to stop the flow of fossil fuel. They need to, until they arrive at that, they're going to continue what they're doing. And that's impacting the earth, the water. And anybody that gets on their way will, they're a threat to them. But at the end of the day, they are the biggest threat to the survival of Mother Earth. The climate crisis is everybody's business.